Hey, back at you with another Fusion 360 tutorial, and this time we're going to go over parameters because parameters are fucking awesome because you can make a drawing and you can make it work for everything. If you like, we're going to go with this drawing we did last time, but we're going to make it so we can move it around a little bit if we need to do different stuff with it. We need to make it, different bolt patterns, different hole counts. We can do all that with parameters. The only thing we can't do with parameters, we can't change these texts. There's a plugin for that, but yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with plugins because, well, plugins. It just we're getting you the basics. You can Google the other stuff. We'll go through this real quick. But basically, parameters. They come in really handy. This is an existing drawing. I like to start with parameters from the beginning, but we can always implement them, bring them in after the fact. Basically, what we want to do is what we want to do. We're going to bring in, we're going to modify and change parameters. So we got all these model parameters that are in there because from the drawing, because basically everything you do creates a parameter. We got these like diameter 1, diameter 2, diameter 3. Those are the ones we did last time. But basically, what we want user parameters, and that's basically we're just going to type this stuff in. We're going to do first one we're going to do is I'm going to do basically the number of holes we're going to do because this is a pattern of 6 right now, but we're going to change it to 5 just to show you how it works. So we're going to do, let's just do count. We name these things whatever we want. Don't name them like D1, D2, D3 because that interferes with the default parameters in Fusion. It likes to use it when you create drawings. It'll create parameters if you're not pulling off of other expressions or other things. So basically, we're just gonna do count unit. We want no units, but we also have one thing. We've got all these different options for hell. We can make it cost money. Brightness, percentage, pieces. We get we got plenty of options for parameters. I don't want any units. And we're going to make it the expression 5. Alright, we'll come back to it later, but we're just going to use this for the time being. This basically makes it so we've got one place if we want to make it 6 holes, 5 holes. If we do this from the beginning, it gives us a lot more flexibility. We're just going to make it 5. And we're going to click OK. And because we got that count in 2 places because we can't we'll go to the drawing first. We'll just go there. Let's go to edit sketch. All right, move these things around so we can actually make sense of them. All right, but what we could do, not there. If you see this, basically we're looking for a circular pattern thing, and it's this dude right here. If you can see that, that's what our circular pattern thing is. We just go to edit circular pattern. Basically, everything you do in Fusion's got a little icon to go with it. This is the one we're looking for is circular pattern. Edit circular pattern. We just want to go with count. And you'll see it comes up user parameter. And we just select that, hit enter. And basically it's going to change that to whatever we want. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now. We can also we can still change parameters, user parameters. We can go here, we can make it 4. Now we've only got 4. 4 is a good number because plenty of bolt holes in just 4. All right, finish sketch, and it brings us right back where we were. But you see, we got these numbers all jacked up here. Basically, it's because we had to extrude those in a separate step, and that was in this dude right here. We can edit this feature. For quantity, we're just gonna put count. And so that does a circular pattern of 4 of those. This warning here, this is a combined. We can fix that warning. We changed the numbers, we changed the positions, we changed all that stuff, so we can just basically go. And you see this comes up in yellow, so we just go to edit feature and just look at it, click OK, then it'll be fine. It's because we changed stuff, it doesn't know what to do with it. But we still look pretty good there. Alright, so that's just like our unitless parameters. Now we can do these bolt hole patterns, and we can do those in parameters too. Basically, this gives us like a drawing that we can go back to every time, and it just makes it super quick. If you want 4 bolts, 5 bolts, 6 bolts, you want them to have a 100 millimeter bolt center diameter. It lets you change that really quickly. So what we can do is we can do a create. Let's go to, oh, we don't want create, we want modify, we want parameters. Change parameters. Oh yeah, another quick tip. This little ellipsis thing, I just found a new word today. It's ellipsis. These 3 dots, you can click on those guys. Nope, you can click on those guys. You can do pen to toolbar. That gives you a little icon up there, so it makes it a whole lot easier to get to. If you see on mine, you can also you can create shortcuts to it. Change keyboard shortcut. I did mine Shift P because I use them a lot, so I just want a keyboard shortcut. I don't want to have to click on a button because I'm lazy. But alright, so we'll go back here, change parameters. We're going to do a new parameter. We're going to do, let's do pattern 1. We're just going to call it pattern 1. Alright, as we got these in inches, we're going to go ahead and make it inches. Expression, we're going to do 6.5. I'm going to click OK. We're going to create another one for the 5.5. It's pattern 2. I'll change that to inches. And that's going to be 5.5. And we're going to do pattern 3. And yeah, I don't think you can't do any spaces in here, so, or spelling pattern, no, not with an N, M, pattern 3. Alright, that's gonna be inches, and that one was 5 inches. Alright, so we'll just basically do those 3 patterns. We'll click on OK on that, and we'll go back to edit the sketch. Edit sketch. Alright, you saw me move these things around here earlier so I could change them easier. But basically, this bigger one, this outermost one, that's going to be, we're going to change that pattern. See how it automatically brings us up our parameters. So we can do pattern 1, and we just want to hit enter. We're going to change this one, pattern 2, that's our middle one, hit enter. And this one's going to be pattern 3, enter. And we can hit finish sketch. Now, say we want to do this thing up in, well, we're in a four bolt hole pattern. What we can do is make that real quick dirty. We can do tools. Nope, not tools. Sorry. Solid. That's where we're working. Modify. Change parameters. We can do, let's see, this pattern 3 was the smallest one. Let's go ahead, let's make that one. We can change, well, we can't change units on it because it's kind of locked in there. Because I can't, I'm right clicking on it now trying to change stuff. But what we can do is we can change that, let's try that to 100 millimeters. Because that's one of your standard 4-bolt patterns. It's, I think, Honda's, but hell if I remember right now. And what that does, so it pulls us in, and it's got this 4-bolt pattern and 100 millimeters. You're gonna have to, if we got this text on here, we're gonna have to change that and modify that, but it kind of brings us in past that center of the circle. So let's go back and edit sketch real quick. Edit sketch. All right, this inner circle. The hell, I ended up with 100 millimeters on that. All right, so it's gonna be kind of hard to. Nope, we don't want pattern 3. We want this one. Sketch dimensions. No. All right. Let's kick this back to 110 for a second, just so we can select. We don't have both of them at the same point, so we can select this one, and we can move this one in and out. So this one, we want pattern 3. All right, that's pattern 3. This one, we can do, I don't know, easiest way might be pattern 3 minus 10 millimeters. Yeah, sketch dimensions. Well, you know what? Since we don't have since this one isn't locked down, we can kind of click on it and we can move it in and out. Let's just set a sketch dimension on that dude, because it was highlighted. It automatically drove to that one, and basically, easiest way to do this might be pattern 3 minus let's do 10 millimeters. See what it looks like. All right. Yeah, see, that's too much overlap there. So we'll do pattern 3 minus 20 millimeters. And again, that's something else we could do in the units, the parameters. That's the word I was looking for. We can do that in parameters. Yeah, but that offset, but that looks like that'll work. Sorry, got thirsty. All right, so do finish sketch. Now, like I said before, we can't do these texts because I went and did some searching on that to see how you could do the text and parameters, but that doesn't look like a possibility. So, yeah, there is a plugin for this, but I didn't really research the plugin because, well, yeah, I'm doing this for you guys. If you guys want more research on that plugin, I'll research it, figure out how it works. But for me, it doesn't matter that much because I don't usually do labels on like the actual prints. But that's what we got there. But now, because we got the spacing on here, we got these. We got this inner diameter measured off of this diameter. If we change that, we can change that back to 5 inches, and we can see this thing, this inner diameter, is going to move out. So let's do modify. I'm just going to go with this parameters here. that we stick it earlier, model parameters, user parameters, pattern. Now see if it's got this unit on there, then basically if we just type in 5 and hit enter, it's going to default to inches. We have to type millimeters if we wanted millimeters. So, see, and it changed. It moved this guy out. It moved this guy out. So it's kind of, and then we can do the same thing on the outside. It's all kinds of stuff we can do with that. But basically, that's what I wanted to show you. Yeah, let's change. Let's go back. I'm gonna just do my hot button for parameters. Do my count. Let's do my count of 6, and that gets us back to where we started out at. Sorta. That didn't get us back to where we started out at. Let's do. All right, what happened there? Let's modify. We got this undo. Redo. Nope. Undo. Alright. Modify. Let's see. Modify. We'll change parameters. Count. 6. Alright. This is typical Fusion, so something didn't take. Let's go to edit sketch. We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we got 6 sets of patterns here, so we can go finish sketch. Alright, edit feature. Oh, yep, see when we were changing all those, it just didn't carry over what our selections were because we were unselecting, reselecting. It's not that big a deal, it kind of is, but we can fix it real quick. So basically we want to, we're going to hold down control. That'll let us, what the hell are you doing? Alright, it's got profiles 10 selected. One, two, three. Cancel. Edit feature. Alright, I'm sure this is a justification for some other change. You know what? Let's close this thing. And because it's a Fusion 360, it's going to save it before it closes it. We're just going to close it and open it again. Open. Open this dude up. I'm going to close that. Let's try this. Let's try editing this again. Edit feature. Yep. It's just sometimes it gets hung up. It doesn't like that. I click on OK, and we're back to our 6 holes and all our chamfers and all that stuff. Well, fillets. So that's got us good to go. Kind of back to where we started, but now we got a more flexible thing. So if we want to make this 8, we can make that 8. Of course, that's going to screw with this outer diameter, so we're going to have to change. We're going to have to change that to offset off of there, but that's kind of for you to figure out because this is just me helping you, pointing you in the right direction because I can't tell you how to do it. I can barely do it myself. But that's all I got for you tonight.